Good morning, everybody. Here we are, the Monday Morning Cooking Club gals, live to you from the Monday Morning Cooking Club kitchen. And even though it's Tuesday, we're still cooking away. So we all want to say hey, everyone.
Hey.
Hello.
Here's Marilyn, Jax, Natty,
Good morning.
me, and Lynn.
Hi.
Hey, girls. And we've called it Multifocals today because guess what? We're all wearing our multifocals. We probably shouldn't advertise it, but we're quite happy because Natty just got a new set and she's pretty excited about it.
She's out and
So
proud.
I just want to tell you all what's been happening. Firstly, we're pretty excited because we signed off on our third book on Friday, and that meant that it's gone off to the printers to be printed, and we'll hopefully see a copy of it in a couple of months, and we're really, really excited. And soon, I think in a few days or weeks, we're going to announce the title and show you the front cover, which is really, really fabulous. The other thing is I've just come back from the USA. I arrived back yesterday and did a little bit of eating. Some of you think all I did was eat donuts because you followed Instagram, but it's not true. I only actually had 3 donuts and ate lots of amazing other things. But what I also did was do a little scout around because we are going to go to the USA on tour with our new book in June. We're going to be there around the first week of June. So I'm putting a shout out to anyone in LA who is interested in doing some sort of event with us. Please send me a message through Facebook because we'd love to talk to you. We've got a week there and we've got a couple of spots that are still spare, so we'd love to talk. Anyway, let's get on to today. Hey, good morning, Esther, first in. Great to see you there. Thank you for joining us. I hope you're going to enjoy what we're going to cook in a second. So let's start. Girls, I'm going to just switch over. Yeah, we've lost our cameraman, Rami, today, so sorry. Rami's got exams, so we're going to be filming ourselves. So let's just switch over. What's happening? All right. Good morning, Lynn. We're going to start with Lynn to talk about what Lynn's going to be making today.
Good morning. I'm so excited. I'm making ginger squares this morning, which is actually my grandmother's recipe, so it's really nostalgic for me. One of the tips in making this is that there is glacé ginger and glacé cherries in the recipe, and just a little tip is when you add the ginger and the cherries to your recipe, if you put them into the flour and then just toss them through, they don't all stick together. So that's just a little tip.
That's a great tip.
Just
Thank
a
you.
little
Thanks,
tip.
Lynn. And good morning from Jessie and Dahlia. Good morning, girls. Thanks for tuning in. It's great to have you watching. I hope you are going to enjoy this. Aren't you supposed to be studying? Just saying. And, okay, so while Lynn mixes that, and then you're going to mix that with the rest of the ingredients.
I'm going to mix that with the rest of the ingredients and put it into the oven to bake.
Okay, fantastic. Now, we're quite busy today, so let me just show you. We've got in the oven a couple of loaves of soda bread, and we'll talk about that in a minute. Natty, what are you doing?
I tested a recipe on the weekend and brought it in today to show the girls and all of you. It's a recipe for our next book, number 4, and it is Florentines. Not Florentines like you see in a shop round, but you make a whole slab and then you coat the back in dark chocolate. And I'm just wondering how to cut it. Either cut it, or I might cut that, or just break it into shards.
Good morning, Ruth. Nice to have you here.
Hi,
Thank
Ruth.
you.
Who wants to try a bit?
I don't know, anyone who's listening, should we cut it, break it into shards?
I quite
Natty's
like
doing,
it.
Or should we cut it?
Here.
I think the shards look really good.
I like it,
Marilyn?
Oh, that's too big. I think it looks amazing. Okay. Here, share it with me.
Okay, so let's see what we think of this. This is an old recipe that I've had for about 20 years.
I think they are delicious.
That's really, really nice.
That's a yes from me.
That is amazing.
So
And
that's a yes, which means it moves up to the next level of testing for book number 4. Big tip.
Yum, my mouth is watering
It's
actually.
really good. Do you want to try?
Esther says shards, so yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so thanks. I'll have a taste. So you have to talk while I eat.
It's nice and chewy. And,
Yeah.
and there's a good amount of chocolate.
It's sticky
to
on the
chew.
teeth, like a fantail.
But the trick to it is that you keep it, you store it in the freezer,
Nice.
which keeps it really. It has a chewiness but a crispness to it as well, which you get from storing it in the freezer, and it's absolutely delicious.
Looks great.
I could add a little bit more dried fruit to it.
Yes, so
actually,
could I think.
that would be nice.
I think
Delicious.
my fry pan might be getting pretty hot.
Okay,
I'm not
so,
sure.
all right. So the recipe that we're doing today is the maple soy salmon. You will find the recipe in our book, the feast goes
In
on,
case it splashes.
as maple soy ocean trout, or on our website, we've just posted it last week, called maple soy salmon. And I just want to tell you, someone's just asked, what are we shooting with? We are shooting with the iPhone. This is an iPhone through Facebook. This is the only way to do Facebook Live, through the iPhone. Okay, so we were so lucky that the folk at Everton, and people, I've got to pause that because that's our timer
I'll get it
for
out.
the soda bread. Let's go and have a look.
Okay, so this was another recipe that we were testing today. We do have soda bread in the book that's coming out in March, our third book, but we had another recipe which it's called soda bread, but very, very different to the traditional soda bread that's in our third book. This is sort of like a health bread, I would say.
Oh, it looks really good.
It does look good, doesn't it? Do you think it's done, Marilyn? Just touch it.
No,
Do you want to just feel the
no,
bottom? It
it's
doesn't
all
look
there.
done. Yeah.
It needs
Sorry
another
about that.
5 or
Okay.
10.
So
Now
back
give it
in.
another 10.
Yeah.
Okay. So, sorry, I was just talking about this pan, which
Oh,
was just getting a
thanks.
bit hot.
Thank you.
So,
Thanks for doing that.
just going to talk for a sec. So, the lovely people at Everton, those of you in Australia, if you want to buy kitchenware online, it is such a great website. Everton, we've been doing a few things with them, and they have been very kind and sent us a few little things for us to try. And one of the things we got a few weeks ago was the Swiss Diamond roasting pan, which we love, and the Swiss Diamond char grill pan. And this is what we're using today to cook our salmon, and we really, really love it. Back to you, Jax.
I just wanted to say, Tracy, thank you for joining us this morning. Hope you're enjoying what we are showing.
Can I put my salmon on? Because I'm worried about the pan.
So the salmon has been marinated. The recipe's on the website in maple syrup and soy sauce and ginger and lime. It's been marinated for 24 hours.
Are we
And-
ready for some sizzle?
Yep, so Marilyn's going to put it down. Yep, perfect. Face down. I never know what to call the top side of the salmon.
You didn't need to tell me
I
that,
know.
Lise.
I
I
didn't.
knew.
You did it before I said it.
Yeah, but that's because I knew the words coming out of your mouth.
What do we
That's what
call the
happens
top
when you-
side? How do we call the top side of the salmon? That's the thing. You know,
The
we
top
say
side.
the top. Is it the top side?
Yeah.
Do people know what that means?
I think so. Okay, I'm going to turn it back up again. I think that this will be probably 2 minutes each side because the pan's really hot.
Yeah, this pan
And-
does get very hot.
Which is great and retains the heat really well.
So we are char grilling it. In the cookbook, the recipe, this is a beautiful recipe that came to us from Amber Schwartz. The recipe says to bake it in the sauce in the oven. So we're doing something different. We've marinated it for 24 hours in maple, soy, lime juice and ginger. Now we've drained it and now we're char grilling it in this Swiss Diamond pan, and it's just beautiful.
You can see how non-stick it is. Can you see the little bubbles of sauce? They're just completely non-stick.
Yeah. So we're looking for really dark char lines
Oh,
on
wait, we want
the top side of the salmon, and then we'll turn it over and finish cooking it. Can I just remind everybody, as Natty's just munching on this delicious thing,
really
that
good.
this is a Facebook Live session, and we are the Monday Morning Cooking Club. Please remember to like it, to share it, to comment, to talk to us. We'd love to hear what you think of what we're doing. And if you've got any cooking questions, remember we are here to answer. Let's go see what Lynn's doing.
I am so excited. This is about to go in the oven. 15 minutes, and then we put on a glaze.
Okay, great. Let's see how that goes. All right, that salmon smells really good, I must say. Okay, Jax, over to you. What are you doing?
Okay, so I've got the white chocolate, apricot and almond torte. Here are the ingredients. We've got some mixed fruit in there, some almonds and some chocolate. I've whipped up the egg whites, nice and firm with some sugar. And I'm now going to fold these ingredients into the egg white.
Sort of like a recipe from our second book, but different.
So in our second book, we've got a recipe for a date and chocolate torte, and it's really quite similar. And we've just been all arguing this morning about how to fold egg whites, whether to just stir it or do it with a metal spoon gently. And we said to Jax, just do it your way. So let's have a look how she's doing.
I'm turning and it's very, very charred, which I'm not sure.
I think it's great. Yep,
We'll see. So I think I might turn it down because,
this pan is very hot.
and my hunch is that the maple syrup is caramelizing a
You
little
can
bit.
smell it, can't you?
And you need a good slice of lime to go.
Yes,
Okay.
on
On
the
the side
side
of
would be
that.
great. Yeah.
All right,
Shall
so
I make
Jax is over here folding, and we are
Gently folding,
gently
lifting.
folding it, lifting and folding, lifting and turning, and it looks absolutely divine. Can you get a good look at that? That's beautiful. So she's going to finish doing that and then put it in the baking tin. And they're all criticising my baking tin, the way I did the baking paper this morning. I just want you to know that. They don't think I did a good job.
Let me just ask you, would you be satisfied with these edges showing here?
I think it's fine.
Would that be all right for you, or would you prefer to have it done a little bit more perfect?
Well,
Let me know, because I'd like to know.
I would do it like Lisa, sorry.
that's the way I do it. All right, let me just go around. Sorry about that bad videoing. We are going to serve the salmon with something delicious.
Just chocolate still on my face from
No, you don't.
Okay,
Yeah.
from my Florentines.
I
Okay,
think I'm going to take these off because I'd rather have them a little bit under than over, and they're going to
Yeah, they'll
keep
keep
cooking while they're resting.
Yeah.
So,
I have to say,
look how easily it comes out of the pan,
I know,
though.
it's a great
Just
pan.
saying how easily
the
it
ma-
comes out.
this maple soy recipe and this cabbage salad recipe, which I'm about to show you, is a once a week, midweek dinner for me every week in my house, summer, winter, autumn, spring. It's just such an easy recipe to do and delicious, and my kids love it. So all you do is shredded cabbage. I usually do half red, half green, but we've got all green here today. Easy. Make up a really delicious dressing of, you melt a bit of white sugar in vinegar, then just add vegetable oil and soy sauce to it. Dress it. Dress your cabbage. We love the squeezy bottle,
We do
as
love
you
a
know.
squeeze bottle.
I just love a shaved cabbage salad.
Yeah, so do
Shredded-
I. This is a
shredded.
really good one. And instead of, we don't use the those 2-minute noodles that
No.
you buy in a pack. We use roasted chopped almonds. And we would use sesame seeds, but we don't have any in the kitchen this morning, sorry.
My fault.
And I often use finely chopped shallots as well, just to add a little bit of green.
And
I think
other
it's really nice.
The other thing with cabbage
Thank
is
you.
that if you haven't dressed the cabbage, it keeps really well in the fridge.
Yeah, yeah.
So you can store a plastic tub of shredded cabbage for, I don't know, 4 or 5 days in the fridge.
Yeah, and the other thing
4 or
is-
5 days in the fridge, and just keep your bottle of dressing and make it for lunch, and you've got a healthy lunch whenever you want it. And I
Okay,
think
sorry, pause for 1 sec. Sorry, Marilyn, let's just go and see what Jax is doing. Oh, that looks so good. I could just dive right into that. That is delicious. Okay, so that's the torte, and I'll post a photo of that later on Facebook to show you what the finished product looks like, because it needs to cook for 45 minutes.
Got it halfway up the. Can I just say something about the dressing in the squeezy bottle? You know how much we love making dressings and storing them in the squeezy bottle. I use this same dressing for basically any Asian salady
Yeah.
dish that I'm going to do all week, like a noodle salad, a chicken salad. Use your cabbage as a base, use noodles or brown rice as a base, add your protein, and you've got your dressing ready to go. Really yum.
All right, now I'm just going to go check the computer to see if there's any comments for a sec, if you can just show what Jax is doing.
I'll go. Okay, peeps, this is my very, very first time videoing, so if you don't like it, please let us know if I'm doing something wrong.
She'll get the sack, we can find another one. And go back to rummy, that's always a good option.
I quite like you on an angle. I'll just do it sideways. Here we go.
So I'm
Looking
just
gorgeous.
smoothing out the top a little because it doesn't move very much from where it is because it's only egg whites and the other ingredients. So it's not rising, it's not going anywhere. So I
like
like
meringue plus plus, isn't
yes,
it?
so I like that finish.
Let's have a look at this salad, which I could dive into right
Yum, imagine
now.
putting that on a plate
salad.
and chopping it with a piece of the fish.
Oh,
Yum.
so
And-
that's
and for
actually
a
what we're
really
going to do,
quick
Nelly.
lunch.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is what we're going to do.
For a
let me
really
get
quick
it.
lunch, I love that cabbage salad with a tin of tuna.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I do.
I'd do raw salmon. Make it a sashimi salad. Yum.
That
Oh,
means,
you
that
can
means
make-
going to the shop
you
and
can make
buying
it
some
the-
really good quality salmon.
You can make it the base for your pokey.
Yes, exactly.
Poke. Is it poke or pokey?
I think it's poke, but we all say pokey. Does
Could
anyone
someone
like
tell us?
pokey?
Maybe it's just
No,
poke.
but aren't we going to put the
Write it
flake
phonetically
salmon on
to
top of
us.
it? On a platter.
Maybe it's
Oh,
just
okay.
poke.
I like that.
I'll bring you a plate.
What platter do you want? No, not a dinner plate. Now we're going to argue about what we're going to serve the salmon
No,
on.
because I
No, a bowl.
I think
a
we
little
should-
mud bowl, like a single serve.
Are we doing single serve?
Yeah.
Do a single serve.
No, let's make a salad for everybody to eat and flake the salmon in big chunks over it.
Okay,
That's
sure.
what we should do. We have a question from Zita.
Okay, the recipe for the Asian cabbage salad.
Zita.
Hey Zita, nice to see you here. Is in our second book, The Feast Goes On. No, it's not.
No,
I take that back.
actually-
It's in our first book, Monday Morning Cooking
Yeah.
Club.
Here we go.
There
Oh,
it is. There's the
candid-
dirty cover.
Candid shot of the book.
And there's the salad.
And look, this is how
Oh,
you
see,
hold
Jake,
it
you
still
did do
now.
it with the
Hold it
red
still.
cabbage for the photo shoot.
I think we should just quickly say the
Oh, you want the
Cabbage
measurements?
salad,
Zita, do you
yeah.
want the measurements? Have you got a pen ready? Or you can replay it on Facebook Live. You
She's
ready?
asking for the Asian salad dressing.
Do you want me to
Oh,
have
the
a look?
dressing.
Yeah.
Yep, no problem. It is a quarter of a cup of white sugar. You mix that into half a cup of white vinegar and you just heat it on the stove till the sugar melts. Take it off the stove, let it cool. In a separate jar, put your quarter cup of vegetable oil with 2 tablespoons of soya sauce. Mix in the white sugar, vinegar, shake it all up and store it in the fridge.
Okay. Got that? Pleasure, Zita. Let us know when you make it and I hope you love it.
With the
So
tongue
this
for
is
the
it.
bread.
So that's the bread needs to come out of the oven. So much going on this morning.
I love a busy morning in the kitchen.
That salmon looks actually unbelievable, and when we flake that open,
It's all my skills.
it is. It's very skilled what you've done. It is. Okay.
Tap it underneath.
Have a look in
Woo!
there.
Look what happened to my multifocal.
See, the multifocals are fogged up.
Okay, but the best way to check
You need
is
to pat it
turn-
underneath
yeah.
and see if it's hollow, and it is.
yeah,
Try the other one because that's bigger.
So if anyone's been to Byron Bay and used to go to a cafe called Succulent, which has since closed, this is their soda bread recipe.
I didn't know they
Yeah,
closed.
no, it's sad news.
How succulent.
Our succulent.
Our succulent.
And the owner, Patrick, was kind enough to give me the recipe, but of course I can't share it yet because I don't have permission, but hopefully I will be able to.
We'll just let it cool a little before we slice it.
I'm glad you've got it, Zita, but you don't need to write fast because we'll be putting this on our Facebook page and you can just replay it 20 times if you so wish. So, Natty, that looks good. Do you think we're
Yeah.
going to eat it hot or are we going to wait?
I think you need to give it 5 or 10 minutes. Do we have time? How long
Yeah.
longer are we
On
on?
a cooling tray.
And then I'll put it on a rack. And
Okay.
we'll
I
slice
think
it.
that I might break up this.
Yes, I would love you to do that.
I have washed my hands.
And
I
Jax,
want
do
you
you
to
want to
know.
put this in the oven?
I'd love to.
I've washed my hands.
It's
God, I just want some
160.
right now.
I'm trying to multitask here and not doing a good job. Apologies
Well,
for
Esther's
my...
noticing your multitasking.
Esther says we should eat it hot with butter. Yeah, I agree.
I just think you can give it a minute, otherwise it'll fall apart in the slice.
So that's going in the oven. Jax, will you put the timer on? I don't know how long it needs.
All
You'll
right, we'll
check.
have a look.
I've also got Lynn's, apologies for my dirty oven, Lynn's ginger slice in the oven. And, oh, that looks really good.
Yeah, it looks nice, hey?
Looks delicious. So rustic
don't look so
and
good.
rough.
3
I
minutes
actually love
to
it.
go.
Okay.
What,
All right, so let's go over here to see what we're doing. Oh, how good does that salmon look? Can we just have a look at this salmon?
Beautiful, beautiful.
I'm just a little bit into zhuzhing.
I'm sorry, I've got to do this while I'm filming.
No,
I know it's bad.
Not
Because
while
you
you
know
built.
what?
That was my piece.
It's so good.
It looks delicious.
Do you want
it
that?
is such a great.
Do you want that on vision?
And all right, I'm tasting
It's
too.
really good.
I have to say, anybody who's listening, if you have not made this salmon or ocean trout,
Crazy.
you are missing out on something.
Oh, look how perfect.
And I want to
that
tell
was on the
everyone a
inside.
secret, because you are meant to marinate it for 24 hours, but many times I have thought on a Monday morning, shit, what am I going to make? Oh, what am I going to make for dinner tonight? And I run to the fish shop, I grab the salmon fillets, boned, skinned, throw it in the marinade, and that evening I get
Yeah.
the same result.
And I think the charring that Marilyn did so well adds another dimension to it.
Yeah.
It is absolutely, and what a combination. This is a winning salad.
The caramelised maple syrup is absolutely delicious.
Yeah, it is, it
And
is.
can I just show people, grabbing another piece, how It's just pink
Yeah.
on the inside. You know, it's a little bit.
And you cook that for, I think, 3 minutes, if that. I mean, that pan is a very hot pan.
And your stove
Needs,
gets really hot, which is great. Someone else might need to let it preheat for longer.
You can
Yeah.
top it with sesame seeds and shallots.
Yeah,
You could
shallots.
add, if you need a carb in there, you could add some vermicelli noodles, would be really nice.
Esther says one of the best fish recipes ever. Great
Yeah,
idea to
yeah.
use salmon fillets. Yeah, I
we
think it
agree.
is. Thanks, Esther. We agree with you. What I also do is I buy a whole trimmed side of salmon.
Yeah.
So it's
Yes.
like a big rectangle, which is in the photo in our website post. And then I put that in the char grill pan or the barbecue and turn the whole piece. And it looks really great to serve it. Okay, Lynn, what you doing?
I'm making the glaze, which is icing, sugar, and hot water. But in this glaze, the recipe says a pat of butter. What's a pat of butter? So I've looked it up, and it's about 10 grams.
Oh.
But I would love to know what everybody
A
else.
pat of butter. I think a pat is actually. Do you know what I think a pat is? Haven't you seen Western Star used to make at the supermarket pats of butter? And there are 4 in a block.
But that's 25.
I think it's
No,
actually.
that's 50 grams.
That's
grams.
50
Yeah,
grams.
no,
It's
no,
actually
that's not a
less.
pat.
I would love to know what everybody else.
Does anyone know
thinks.
what a pat of
What
butter
is
is?
it?
Is that
It's
South
definitely not
African
10 grams.
I think a
No,
pat
I
would
think
be
it's-
about.
I think it's because it's my grandmother's recipe, and it was probably from
It's probably like a
1940.
teaspoon.
Exactly.
Like a teaspoon.
Or a
But I
tablespoon.
think to me a pat would be our favourite pepicea butter. When you go somewhere a bit swish, they've got them in those little individual packets.
Ah, yes, they do.
And I think
That's
that
quite
would
a
be.
lot. That would
I think a pat-
That's my
25
size
grams.
pat. I could eat all of that.
I think before we sign off, we should get the pepicea butter out of the fridge from the bottom drawer and have a little bit of this. Since Esther's got the hot butter idea in my head. So here's the butter.
Here's a bread board.
Oh, here, Natty, you can use this under that. Our favourite butter, by Pepicea, of course. And we're going to slice this open and see. It really feels delicious.
It looks the same.
Feels delicious. That's an interesting
No, I know.
one.
No. It feels like it would be delicious. Is that better English?
I think something could feel delicious actually.
Do
I
you?
think we could write that in the next book.
How are you going with that pat of butter?
Oh, look at that
Good.
steam.
Cooked enough?
Don't that know?
Yes, that's probably a better.
Now, in the Succulent
Or
Cafe,
another
they used to serve this toasted with butter, with boiled eggs, and that was my favourite thing.
Steam coming off it when Nettie.
Yum.
How long was it in the oven
I don't know.
for,
I
please?
think maybe it needs,
Needs
a little,
another bit longer?
Yeah. Look, guys,
But maybe that's because
that's a little
it's so hot out
undercooked.
of the
It's
oven.
very dense.
It is a dense bread, though.
Yeah.
So let's eat. Why don't we eat
Well,
the
just
end?
I'll
and
give
then
you the
we'll
very
see
end bit, and
if
you
we
can.
should. Are you going to try it with some butter? Here's the butter.
Sure.
So I'm going to
Yeah,
open this.
I'll open it.
Okay.
And I'm
And
just
then
going
I
to
can-
grab.
You can't really put it back in the
Okay.
oven.
All right, so while they're sorting out their butter and their bread and all of that, I just want to say that this is Facebook Live and we are the Monday Morning Cooking Club, and we would love you to please like this post, share it with your friends, because the more people that watch it and join us, the better online cooking community we can create together. So today we've been making a lot of things. We're testing for our 4th book and making a few delicious things just because we want to share them with you. So let me just go over again. You don't think it's cooked?
I think it needs to go back in the oven.
All right, so let's put it in for another 15 minutes.
Yep.
Let's go reheat
We-
again.
we-
And let's see what we're up to. So what we've made today is this delicious char grilled maple soy salmon with Talia's cabbage salad with an Asian dressing, and it's really, really yummy. I want to eat it now. And Lynn has made, she's just pulled it out of the
Just
oven.
taking the ginger slice out of the oven, and the glaze is ready. I'm going to give it a minute, and then I'm going to pour the glaze over
looks
this
delicious.
beautiful,
That's great.
beautiful, delicious ginger
And
slice.
the reason Lynn is
But
so
I cannot
excited
wait
is because
to eat.
this is a recipe from her late gran,
Yep.
and it was written not in a sort of a little vague way. I think
It
the
was
recipe
written in a
with
vague
old-fashioned
way.
measurements. And Lynn, this is the second time you've tried
Yes,
it.
this is the
Is
second
trying to get it right, and I think this looks bloody good.
I have to tell
Very
Esther.
excited.
Okay, and here's Natty with our pepper
Esther, this
butter.
is just for you. I am forcing myself to eat hot, slightly undercooked bread with pepicea butter because someone has to.
Thank God someone's taking one for the team.
Oh my God, that butter is the best butter.
And there's Marilyn. She's also in.
The bread is good, the butter is sensational.
Okay, so we'll put the bread back. Jax, how's your torte going? Well, it's in the oven.
My torte is in the oven. It's got another 38 minutes to go, so you won't see it at this point, but you'll see it later.
All right, thanks, Jack. So once Natty puts it back in the oven, we'll just sign off. Lynn, do you want to do that before we go?
It's hot, but let's go.
So remember, everybody, this is Facebook Live, and to help us grow this
Can
community,
I have a
please, can you like it and share it and comment? Even after it's not live anymore, you can still comment, and we'd love to answer you.
Okay, ready?
Okay, yeah, ready. Oh, that's one of my favourite things, to see icing glaze dripping on top of things like that.
One second.
Okay, look, we're all getting in the picture there. Jax,
I love a good viscosity.
It is actually very viscous, so that is delicious, and that'll just harden.
That will harden.
Some will soak in, and it will be delicious.
What temperature are we cooking the soda bread on?
180. Although it didn't come with a temperature, so maybe it was the wrong temperature to start with. But
We should have
this is
just used the temperature we used for the third book. But I'll go back to 180.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda. Anyway. All right then, so while we're doing that, I'm just going to come over here and put us all on. Goodbye. It's been fun, girls. We've really, I know,
It goes
I know.
really quickly.
It's nearly half an hour.
Bye.
And thanks for joining in.
Thank you.
Everybody say goodbye.
See you next
And
time.
remember, like, share, and please keep on commenting, because we really love this conversation and help us create this fantastic online cooking community. Great to see you. Signing off now from the Monday Morning Cooking Club, gals. Till next time. Bye.
Bye.